Hey, I'm live. Welcome. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. It's a sweltering Wellness Wednesday. So, welcome. Um, when you come here, let me know you're here. If you're watching as a replay, it's always nice to know that you are here and watching. So, tonight I want to talk to you about when you're feeling tired or a little off or just fed up, annoyed, angry, all of the negative emotions. There's just one thing you should never, ever do. Hello. Hi, Renee. Hi, Christina. You know, you know what it's like, right? When we're in that mood and, we're depressed, we're feeling a little off, and we say to ourselves, hey, Sabrina. Well, we don't say hi, Sabrina, to ourselves, but all these live things, people interrupt what they're saying just to say hi to everybody. But really, when you first go through that issue of feeling off, you think there's layers, right? You think, you know what, I'm just feeling like this now, I'll be fine. And you talk yourself into that, except it persists, and it sometimes even gets a little bit worse, and a day goes by, and maybe another day, and a few days, and so on, and you're still feeling that dragged down, or whatever emotion. It could be depression, it could be sadness, it could just be, I don't feel like doing anything, I'm tired all the time. That's kind of what I was feeling. But knowing that it's a cycle, right? And it's going to, eventually go away. It's mostly the feelings where you're feeling bad about yourself. Okay. Just call it what it is, feeling bad about yourself. Well, the worst thing you can do is to feed it. All right. You ever heard that saying, don't feed your fears? Don't feed the fears? That's just like that. You shouldn't feed it. And what do I mean by feed it? I mean, we pile things on top of it. We feel bad. We feel like I should be better than this. We feel guilt. We feel like we're beating ourselves up for how we feel. And talking about kicking someone when they're down, that's exactly what we do to ourselves. We try and give ourselves this pep talk. Hi, Katya. And say, oh, come on, you should be feeling better by now. You've given yourself the time and taken your nap, and you've gone through this over and over and over in your mind. You should be doing better by now. And when you're not, you're comparing to how you feel when you're feeling elated and happy and good. And right now you're not. So you add to that and you feed it. You feed it more of that until you're saturated with it and you're drowning in this awful feeling. That's the worst thing you can do. The best thing you can do is, for one, just breathe, allow, acknowledge. And you've probably done that and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling bad. When the heck am I going to start feeling better? Well, when you ask those questions, that's feeding it even more. Instead of maybe just thinking more about how can I work with what I have? How can I allow myself to be okay where I am and still find that little spark of hope to be where I want to be? And the best thing, the magic is actually in preventative. Okay. So what you do is you wait. You're in a place where you're happy, everything's working well, and you put into place a little notebook of all the things that you feel good about in your life, because it's easy to be grateful when things are going good, right? It's easy to be grateful and happy when life is wonderful and your health is well and prosperity's coming in, right? And Sabrina, and surrender. Yeah, exactly. And then acknowledge it. And once it's yours, you have the power to change it. Boom. There you go. But the thing is, too, is you don't really want it to be yours either. You want to acknowledge it. You want to say, yes, this is an experience I'm having. But you don't truly want to make it yours because, and I know those of us who are self-help and we're healers, it's easier for us to kind of get over the hump. But for some people who aren't, they get stuck there, right? Hey, Susan, good to see ya. So really, it's preventative is the key. So while you're feeling optimistic and good and life is wonderful, you want to journal down all of the good things you feel, and not just about I have this and I have that. It's about the feelings you have. It's about what do I look forward to in my day? And I bet you it's the simple things. A sunny, bright day. The birds chirping in the trees outside, preferably. It's the little things like that are always there, even when we're feeling down. But we don't tend to see it. We put blinders on because we've piled everything on top. We've fed those feelings that we don't really want. And yes, attitude of gratitude, totally. And when you have that, when you're feeling good, you keep that handy, or you post it somewhere. And when you're feeling not as good and you're feeling down and you need that pep talk, take a look through that journal or wherever you post it. And just remember, oh yeah, I had some good days. I wrote this with that good energy. So there's hope. There's hope that I can get through this. And the key is not to go, oh yeah, I felt like that now, but I'm never going to feel like that again. No, that's feeding it again. You don't want to feed the bad feelings. You want to acknowledge them, but you also want to be realistic and know that if I could feel good, if I felt good before, I sure as heck could feel good again. Do I feel good now? No, but I'm okay with that. I'm allowing myself to feel how I feel. There's nothing more frustrating when you're a kid growing up and you are feeling angry about something, but you're not allowed to feel that. People are instantly telling you to be quiet, to calm down. Has anyone experienced that in your, growing up? Let me know, because I, as a kid, that was so frustrating to not be heard. I was of the era, be seen and not heard. Even when we were having a good time and being good, if there was adults around, we had to be mindful of that. Probably why I still get throat chakra stuff going on. It's easy when we're complacent to just kind of flop back into the old way of doing things, right? So conditioning, in the good way, takes time. It takes diligence. My whole life. Yeah, I know. Except now. Your life continues from here. So does mine. So does everyone else's. And we take a stand right now and say, no more. I can move past this. I already am, just by saying it. So, those are just a few ways to actually get through it. Preventative is the key, right? Katya, such a great topic. Just had this conversation with my client today. Oh, interesting. She said she doesn't allow herself to feel bad feelings like anger, etc. Yeah, and that's because we've been conditioned. It's not polite to show those feelings. Heck, it's not even polite to laugh out loud sometimes, right? So we stifle ourselves. Renee says there's a personal power source in having a journal. Yeah, positive gratitude. Yes, it is. And we think it's in the moment, and it is, but it's for those times. We're banking that for those times we need to withdraw it and have it, immerse ourselves in it. And Sabrina, I had a jar that I put some little papers in. I planned to write something I was grateful for that I found in each day. And then COVID, I didn't keep it up. I will start again. And then when I feel down, I can read them. Perfect. I love that suggestion. Thank you. I mean, let's use that. That's the perfect thing to do. Now, here's the cool thing is you said you started it. So open the jar, start reading what's there. Because, and just by you saying, I didn't keep it up, good, that's fine. You didn't. So what? Right? Don't feed the fears. Don't feed that energy of, oh, I should have, would have, could have. Oh, you know me, I hate the shitty shoulds. I really do. I still say them myself, but becoming more and more aware of them, right? But yeah, to do that. And here's the thing about doing something as routine or habit. Sorry, I just got a cough. Excuse me. Routine and habit, at least my experience, we get into perfection mode. And it's all or nothing. We do it for days on ends, weeks on ends, maybe months or years on end, and then we just stop. Oh well, I might as well just never start it again because it wasn't perfect. This is one of my issues that I'm working through. But, perfection has its place, but it's also mostly an illusion. Sometimes perfection can help us keep on track. And my example that I always use is, Insight Timer, the meditation app that I use. It's consecutively keeping track of all the days. I think I'm at tonight will be 941 days, consecutive days in a row without missing a day that I've meditated for at least 5 minutes. So I'm motivated from the perfectionism of having that if I miss a day, that goes back to zero. So that motivates me to meditate every day. So it's a good thing. If I do miss a day and it goes to zero, am I going to stop meditating? Heck no. The value of it is just too great for me to stop doing it. So let me look at the comments here. They're flying by, you guys. I love the engagement. Renee, yes, and told to be seen and not heard. Yep. Like there's no value in your opinion or contribute to the conversation. Yeah, that was me when I was growing up. And, really my parents, it was more like to try and keep the kids quiet when things are going on. Like they were strict, but not overly so. But as children, we take everything literally to the point where we feel we don't have a voice. I felt like I wasn't worthy of having an opinion or a voice. So even though the message was delivered in the way they just wanted us to hush up, us as kids take things literally and we feel that we don't matter. So there's, it's what we believe that really colors our experiences. That's not what they meant, but that's what we believe. And it always comes down to beliefs. That's what I talked about last week on the live with Raph. And it's so true that beliefs are everything. They're everything. Let's see, Sabrina, oh boy, I was not allowed to share my feelings. I kept everything in, and it's still hard sometimes to be open and share. Yeah, and you could look at it as, is this safe to share? And by safe, I mean, am I going to be validated? Is somebody going to support me, or not? So it's okay to have that differentiation. And maybe that's the good thing about being told that when we were young. That conditioning is now, instead of just flying everything out of our mouth whenever, no filter, is that we're more mindful and taking less of a stand, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say what I mean, but more of like, I wonder if people would be receptive to what I have to say. What if we were to shift that inner dialogue while we're thinking about what we're going to say? Katya says, we numb those feelings rather than acknowledging and allowing ourselves to feel the feels, and then we wonder why they linger and amplify. Exactly. The more we don't acknowledge what we're feeling, the more they persist. What we resist persists. It's such good lingo. Hard to sustain, yes. I still have a hard time sharing my feelings. Yeah, so how can we shift that, Susan? How can we flip that? I share my feelings when I feel comfortable doing so. Does that sound more positive? And then we're getting out of, this is where I am and I'm stuck here and I'm never going to change. So instead of, I still have a hard time sharing my feelings, it could be whatever I'd said. I'd already forgotten. Yeah. Perfection. Yes. Woohoo. Awesome. 9:41. Holy shit. What's that all about? Katya? 9:41. Did I miss something? There, of course. Yeah, my meditation. I totally, see, because I don't, it keeps me on track, but it's not something that, I don't have a plaque on my wall. I just figured it out. I'm a little slow. Rockstar meditator. Well, it's not that. I do it because I do it for me. I do it because it's a lifestyle choice. No, it's not. It's a tool that I need. I need it to stay on my game. Let me tell you, I'm not always on my game. I'll be blatantly obvious with that. It's what helps me stay true to me. Helps me release. It helps me feel connected. And it keeps the pressure cooker from overloading and exploding. Yeah. That does sound better, Susan? Good. Okay. Okay, Sabrina? Yay! I'm at 120 days. That's what you say. Take the only out. Only is not a good thing. Good for you. I love it. Accept your truth and take a deep breath and go. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I know. I finally got that, Katya. Yes, then we have to keep our experiences over and over until we learn the lessons. And that's true. And, sometimes we learn the lesson and something still happens again. And we're like, I thought I'd learned that already. Well, there's just probably another aspect of it that we need to look at. Sometimes it's not that we have more lessons, but maybe it's a way for us to just see how we respond differently than we used to. The things that used to trigger us maybe trigger us in a different way, to be like, hey, yeah, wow, that used to bug me and it doesn't bug me anymore. Interesting. It's amazing what you can do with your life when you are stuck in a position where you have to be with someone you don't want to be with. This is my life right now. And it's giving me the opportunity to use the tools that I've learned and that I teach. And it makes me feel so much more authentic when I share these things with other people, knowing that I'm using them for myself. And I'm really looking forward to this being a past story. So that's how I'm dealing with things too. And in the moment and in the frustration of things taking so long to get moving forward, stuff comes up, fear of the unknown and all these other things crop up that I have to just stop and go, you know what, you've never been in this position before in your life, Lorraine. So honor it, allow it. Now, where can you move from here? Literally, figuratively, where can you go from here? How can you lift yourself up out of this? And I always find a way. I look to the future that's nearer and nearer now, and I choose to feel the freedom that I am going to experience. Is it scary? Hell yeah. Never been in this position before. I'm 55. And I hear people's stories. Oh yeah, well, when I was younger, and then I split up, and I had 9 kids, and I had to feed them all, and yeah, but you weren't 55 when you're doing it. So we all have our own spin on our own story, right? And it's like, yeah, but no one did it this way. I'm the only one who's ever gone through this. Well, it's not true, but I've never gone through this before, and I'm honoring that. And I'm taking other people's stories with a grain of salt. That's their story. Thank you for sharing it. I could take bits and pieces from things, but I don't have to take it on as if that will be my reality. And that's just all part of working through our stuff. But I think the point is, there is always somebody who's gone through something similar, that the more you talk about it, the more you realize that if they are still here to tell the tale from way on the other side of it, then I have the right to have that hope too. And that's where I am. Yes, see, celebrating. Yay, 120. Good job. You do always find a way. You will be better than ever, huh? Thanks. Hey, Kimberly. Yes, it's scary. Thank you for saying that. Everyone's story is different. Yeah, right? And it's interesting how we gravitate toward people who have similar stories. Yeah. Oh, hey, Raph. Accept your truth and take a deep breath and go. Yeah, I think I read that already, but for some reason I didn't attach your name to it. Yeah, and it is scary. And you know what? We can turn that. We can change that. Scary and fear has a vibration. And it's really interesting. If we were to see it on a graph, it's a similar vibration as excitement, right? Except, and depends. Like, where do you feel fear? Where do you feel scared? Some people feel it, in their low down in their sacral, ugh, or they feel it up here in their heart. Where do you feel excitement? Or down here, ooh, butterflies, right? It's similar vibration. And so I choose to shift it from being scary, acknowledging it, ooh, scary, yeah, but what if I tricked my body into thinking that it's excitement? Because it is. Fear of the unknown can be excitement of the what ifs, what's coming. The possibilities are endless, right? Yeah. Yes, excitement, it feels similar. And it does. So whenever you're in that moment, whenever you're in that moment of feeling that fear, just watch it and just be curious. I'm feeling scared right now. Where do you feel it in your body? Well, I'm feeling it down in my lower solar plexus, like, oh my God. Ugh. And then it's like, if I were to feel excited about the unknown, the possibilities, could I feel it in the same spot? Yeah. Butterflies in your stomach, and really allowing yourself to shift that here. That's all it takes. This far. Shift it here. And then you'll notice the sensation in your body. It's kind of the same, but it shifts up a little bit more of a vibration. That's where I feel it when I'm nervous. Yeah. So try shifting it into excitement. So Kimberly, I like changing the scary to excitement. How amazing things will be in our future, right? This is how things are supposed to be, and we're exactly excited for our possibilities. Absolutely. Infinite possibilities. Yes, our body has the same vibe, so turn it into excitement instead of fear. We have the power to change how we feel and what we think. We totally do. But we let this take over. I like to think this is the little brain. This is the big brain. This is the one that really has the power to shift us upward, vibrationally speaking, right? Yes, our mind is so powerful. It is, but we have to use it for good. What's more powerful is our heart. When we allow it to have a bigger voice than our little brain. And we train it by being grateful, by listing things off when we're feeling good, by allowing ourselves to feel what we feel, not stifling our own voice. So here's the thing. We're not in a state yet where people can read minds. I mean, some people are close to it. No. We have control over our own thoughts. And it's up to us to shift ourselves out of things. We can't put that on someone else. We can't put all our hopes and dreams on somebody fixing us. Because really, as an energy healer, having people come on my table and want a healing, they have to be willing to heal. They have to meet me more than halfway, or not much is going to happen, right? Use our heart. Yes, we're so much more than our thoughts or beliefs. We are, but we forget. We forget that. We think we're all our thoughts. Oh boy, try and make that sense of that sentence. We think we are our thoughts. But nobody has the power to take what we're thinking away and what we're feeling away. Viktor Frankl, I don't know if you've heard of him. He was a Holocaust survivor, and he was in the camps where there was all sorts of horrible things going on around him, but he found a way within him. They couldn't take his aspirations away from him. That's how he survived and lived to tell the tale and write a book. And I can't recall the name of the book, but yeah. So if someone who's in that dire situation can find a way to survive heartfelt survival, then what are we worried about? We don't have it so bad. Feel the heart and the brain will follow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the big brain is here. The little brain is here. It needs to shh down a little bit. Yeah, move from the head to the heart. Exactly. Well, I'm preaching to the choir here. Come on. All right. Awesome. Another great topic. in September, I am doing a group coaching. Let me get my little banner thing up here. Infinite possibilities for introverts. That's mostly what I'm focusing on, because we have a different perspective on things, and that's what I really want to focus on. So it's a group program. It's $97 right now. That price is probably going to go up as I start getting enough people in, and that's the link there. It's not clickable, so you'll have to type that one in. And it's going to be starting in September, mid-September, I think. It'll be 6 weeks long. We meet on Zoom, and we're going through step by step, week by week, going through our beliefs, finding a way into manifesting our desires, but going through the things that are preventing us from being in that state of love and acceptance for ourselves. So it's highly experiential, and I'm really looking forward. This is like a pilot program. I've never offered it before. It's based on Mike Dooley's work, Infinite Possibilities. I became a trainer a few years ago, and I've been applying this to my life. And now, from an introvert's perspective, I really want to share this with others. So I already have 3 people signed up for it, and I want this to be a smallish group. So price is probably going to go up in another week or so as more people come on board. So get in while you can, and you'll have access to some great resources, and most importantly, having that intimate conversation as we go through things each week. Stuff crops up, we're able to work through it together. So valuable for only $97 for the whole program. I'm telling you, I'd take it. All right, so I'm sure you're here and you would love to get some cards pulled, so let's do it. If you would like a card, you have a choice: Divine Energy or Ganesh. Let me get in the comments here. Yeah. So Divine Energy. Sabrina, what are you saying here, girl? Thank you. This was a really great topic. Thank you, everyone, for participating. It was another awesome Wellness Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you. You'll have to join us next time. So what would you like, Renee? Sally, Ganesh. Okay. What day and time do you know yet? I believe it's going to be a Thursday evening. I don't know if those work for you or not. I've penciled it in as that, but I am open to what the collective majority of the group would prefer. It cannot be a Monday night. It cannot be a Wednesday night. Friday nights are tough because people like to go out and do stuff. So, but yeah, it's, we'll see how that goes. I was even thinking of having it on a weekend morning, but I'm kind of second guessing that, so I don't know. All right, so Renee, you would like Ganesh. Perfect. Let us go with Ganesh for Renee. Oh, this one flipped right over instantly. Harmony. Focusing on that sacral chakra and knowing that you are already doing the work and allowing things to flow at their own rate and giving yourself more credit. I think it's balance between head and heart for you is knowing that the work that you're doing is really beneficial for you. And the more you know that, the more you will continue to do it. There's your harmony. Hope that makes sense. Sally, Thursday's awesome, not weekend. Okay, yeah. So Thursday, probably 7 to 8. That's what I kind of had planned. Okay, and Susan, you would like divine energy. All right. Let's see what this has to say for Susan tonight. Good conversation tonight. I'm very grateful that we have such good engagement here, ladies. Woo, 90 cards want to come. This one. Oh boy. Laugh. Laugh at your demons. Laugh at the things that try and scare us. Just you were talking about fear and being scared. Laugh at the things that we think we need to improve. Because when we do that, we release the power they have over us. So for you, I feel that that is beneficial. You have an amazing sense of humor. And it's not self-depreciating humor I'm talking about here, but it's like, oh, that's nothing. Hope that makes sense. It's hot in here, so I can't get into big, deep conversations. So I hope that makes sense. Simple, easy, breezy. Breezy's good right now. Divine energy for Sabrina. All right. I just check the comments here. Okay, and Renee, beautiful, good. I'm glad that made sense for you. Yeah, that was a good card for Susan. Do you pick up any other energy for that one, Sabrina? I'm going to pull a card for you. Doo-doo-doo. Let me go. Where are we? Yeah. Helps me keep track. All right. Sabrina. Ooh, jumped right out. Beautiful. Reach for the stars. Pushing beyond the boundaries. And I think you already are. This is a good confirmation for you. Keep reaching. You are there. You are there, short stuff. Keep going. Love it. Katya would like Ganesh. Awesome. Yeah, we got short and sweet today. Simple healing arts, right? It's all about being simple, to the point. Let everyone get on with their evening. I might even have a glass of wine tonight. I haven't had alcohol or anything for weeks. I have lost track. Weeks. So I just might partake tonight. I don't know why I mentioned that, but there you go. All right. Katya, we got all sorts of cards going here. Let's see. This one. Energetic movement. Look at all of that energy going on there. Any stagnant energy going on at home or at work? Doing, I'm thinking some smudging or energy work to clear it and to help you just keep the momentum going. It'll help raise your vibration at times where it might feel it be a little lull in it. And it'll enable you to be more inspired and creative and help those you are helping. I hope that makes sense. All right. Excuse me. Tonight's a good night for a glass of wine or 5. Okay, that worked for you? Okay, good. Hi, lovely Mammy. Yes, you can have a card. Just choose Divine Energy or Ganesh, and I will pick one for you. Don't make me choose for you tonight because I just don't have that mindset right now. Where am I now? Christina. Divine Energy. I love these cards. You know, when I was working in the shop with Raf and I bought them and I opened them, I'm like, oh, I was a little disappointed. I thought they were going to be different, like oracle cards where you can kind of look at the image and really pick out lots of good stuff. But they're just kind of like, bam, this is how it is. And oh, I tell you, I like them now because they are just good clarity cards when you really just need that quick hit. So here you go, Christina, quick hit for you. Oh. Okay, 9 cards fell out. I got to redo it. They all kind of fluffled. Fluffled, that's a new word. Wow, they're randy today. All right. Have faith. Bam. I think this is about something specific. A relationship, something to do with an external relationship going on. And just know that maybe if you've been having some frustrations, just have faith that be you, and trust that you being you and doing the things in the way that you do is the right track to go on. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. It came from somewhere. Oh, Katya, she had a Reiki massage today. Feel like a new woman. Awesome. Maybe that's confirmation then. You need to do that more often. And yes, I love your humor and your laugh. It's fantastic. We had a great Reiki class together, Sabrina, Susan, and I. That was my last in-person level 1 course before COVID hit. And we had a ball. We all got along so well. I really, really enjoyed it. All right, Kimberly, divine energy, please. Okay, let's tune in to what Kimberly needs. These cards have a lot to say. They all want to just fly out. 1 card, please. Okay. Actually, interesting. You got 2. The first card, face your shadow. That's kind of what we were talking about already. Allow yourself to feel what you feel. And really, you know, the shadow gets a bad rap. Okay? The shadow is like something we're supposed to be kept hidden. It's not. Have you ever stood in the sun? What's got your back? Your shadow. So with this, it's allowing you to see that side of yourself and realize that it's really not that bad. It's part of you. Embrace it. Allow it. And when you do that, you just let go and enjoy. You acknowledge it. As soon as you acknowledge the monster under the bed, what happens? Poof, gonzo. There you go. Hope that makes sense. Oh, I'm glad you're liking the topic tonight. Where are we now? Who wants a card? Oh, I'm glad you like that card. All right. Divine energy for Sally. And then lovely Mammy would like an energy card too. Okay, so this is for you, Sally. You need to make smaller cards for smaller hands. My hands are so small. Like, I have to shuffle them this way. It's hard to shuffle them this way. I can't remember the name of the deck. I use it every day, the tarot deck, the one that Anna Lee was using last week, the Light Seers tarot. It fits. I can actually shuffle it sideways. And I'm used to doing that in the morning. So here we go. It's like those big novel oversized cards. Sally. Oh, you get 2 cards too. Interesting. Change tracks. Okay, so it's almost like you have a CD playing and this one's been on repeat, so it's time to click to the next track. This is time to make a pivot from what you are doing now. I'm not getting anything specific, but I get the feeling that you know what that's about. And it's the next card that, live life to the fullest. Perhaps it's something that's you've been humming and hawing about, or something you've been trying over and over and putting a lot of energy into, and it's just not paying off. When you change tracks, that's when life can really open up for you. The road opens up, free reign, and off you go. Okay? Hope that makes sense. All right. Lovely Mammy. Energy card for you. You got it. I need to fill an ice bucket full of ice and put it behind my fan so it blows cool air on me, because I'm telling you, I'm going to bottle this up and take it into winter with me. That's the positive outlook on that. All right, here we go. Ooh, what is with 2 cards coming out all the time? Choose friends wisely. And I don't think it's about being afraid. I think it's more like choose friends. What was the word I was going to use? Consciously. Being aware. Putting out what you want. Being that kind of friend will bring those who are meant to support you. That's what I feel that one is. And nurture yourself first. It starts with you. You are the foundation. When you give to you what you need, you're allowing yourself, telling the universe that this is how I want to be treated, this is how I deserve to be treated, and this will bring the people to you that will support that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, what else do we have here? Ooh, I'm excited. Sabrina's going to share her 7 energies deck. When it comes on the Wellness, I want you to come on Wellness Wednesday and do a card reveal and let us play. That'll be great. That was a good weekend. I loved it. All right, Christina, that makes total sense. Thank you so much. Had wine for lunch. Yay, the first time in a long time. Yay, cheers. Awesome. Yeah, it was good. It was a fun class. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys in person. You're welcome, Kimberly. Oh, you got to run. I didn't even get to pull you a card. Okay, bye, Raph. Thanks for being here. You always catch me at the right time. You certainly do. Thank you. Thank you. The cards are excited to share their message. I love that. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, they do. Good, Sally. I'm glad. Good, good. All right. Yes. Yeah, Katya's is creating her own deck. Take a few months. Ooh, that's not bad. A few months. Good. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to definitely buy a deck from you. And I've told you this ages ago, I'm going to be doing a Reiki energy deck. I just haven't really gotten around to the time to do it. I'm curious to know who you're using for your images. So, or if you have an artist, or maybe you're doing them yourself. I was thinking of doing fractals and just energy that way. So much I want to do, you guys. Can you relate to that? All right. This has been a really good Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here with me. I always appreciate you. Oh, and I usually pull a card for those who are watching as a replay. So let me do that. I'm going to pull. This is for all you as well. Even though you got a card, you're getting another one. Okay. You're working with an artist. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Maybe that's why I'm not prepared to do that yet. But yeah, I'm interested to know the process, and yeah, we'll talk. All right, so this is for everybody watching. If you're here watching as a replay, let me know in the comments. Oh, that's sweet, Susan. Thank you. You're my first customer. All right. Ooh, 2 cards. These are for, wow. Always goes along with the conversation we're having. Admit your vulnerabilities. Allow. It is what it is. No point hiding it or disguising it. It just festers and makes it worse. Admit it. It doesn't mean it's reality forever. It's when you label it, it gives you the opportunity to then change it, right? Then be open to love, because that's the next step. What do you do when you fall? You don't just lay there. Well, I fell. Here I am. You know, that old commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up. I mean, it happens. I'm not trying to make light of when you get older, but we're not at that point yet. But be open to love. Allow yourself the opportunity. All right. And I guess we don't need a Ganesh because I pulled those 2 instead. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. If you are interested in the Infinite Possibilities for Introverts, it's coming in September. I suggest you sign up soon before the price changes. It will be going up by little increments as we get closer to the date. And I will be sharing things with you who have signed up very shortly as we start to prime and prepare. We've got a month and a half to prime and prepare, and I want to make sure that we all stay connected. So thank you, everybody, so much. Take care. All right. Bye.